comes a moment in your journey when you must stop holding so tightly. A moment when you release the need to control every detail. A moment when you let go, you trust, and you live as though your desires have already come true. You were never meant to carry the weight of worry. You were born to live in peace, in harmony, and in joyful expectation. Let us begin this powerful journey together, to surrender, to believe, and to live from the end. Letting go is often misunderstood. We've been taught that holding on means strength, that if we cling to something long enough, fight hard enough, or stay determined enough, we'll succeed. But there is another kind of strength, a quieter, more powerful one. It's the strength of surrender, the strength to release what no longer serves us, the strength to trust the timing of life and walk away from what is hurting our spirit. Letting go is not weakness. It is the deepest form of self-love. It is an act of power. When we hold on tightly to a person, a dream, a memory, or even a version of ourselves, we sometimes do so out of fear. We fear what will happen if we let go. We fear emptiness, loss, or failure. But in truth, holding on out of fear is what keeps us stuck. It keeps us bound to the past. It traps us in patterns that no longer reflect our growth. Letting go is the courageous act of saying, I deserve better. I trust what's coming, even if I can't see it yet. Letting go isn't about giving up, it's about creating space. Space for something new. Space for peace. Space for growth. Imagine your heart like a garden. If it's crowded with weeds, with resentments, regrets, and old attachments, there's no room for new flowers to bloom. But when you lovingly remove what no longer belongs, you make space for beauty to emerge. That is what letting go does. It clears the soil of your soul. So often we resist letting go because we want closure and explanation or certainty. But life doesn't always give us those things. People leave, plans change, doors close, and sometimes we don't get the neat ending we hoped for. Still, the healing begins when we release the need for answers. When we stop begging life to explain itself and instead choose peace over understanding. That is power. To stand in the middle of uncertainty and say, I let go anyway. I trust the unfolding. When you let go, you reclaim your energy. You stop pouring yourself into what drains you. You stop watering dead plants. You return your focus to yourself, your healing, your growth, your joy. You remember that your worth does not depend on who stays, who apologizes, or who sees your value. Your worth is inherent. It lives in your breath, your being, your existence. You never needed to hold on to be worthy. You only needed to remember who you are without the burden. Letting go is also a form of forgiveness, not always for others, but for yourself, for staying too long, for trying too hard, for not knowing better. You don't need to shame yourself for what you didn't see. You only need to bless yourself for surviving it, learning from it, and now releasing it. Forgiveness opens the door. Letting go walks you through it. Sometimes letting go means walking away from people who are not ready to grow. It means loving someone from a distance. It means saying, I love you, but I love me more. It is not selfish. It is necessary. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Some are lessons, some are mirrors, some are simply passing through. And when it's time, you will know. Your spirit will feel heavy. You will feel the call to release. Trust it. And let us be clear, letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you erase memories or deny that it mattered. It simply means you no longer let it control you. You no longer let it define your worth or interrupt your peace. You no longer carry what was never yours to carry. That is liberation. That is power. Every time you let go of what isn't meant for you, you realign with what is. You come back home to yourself. You return to your center. You remember that you are not lost. You are in a sacred process of becoming, of shedding what no longer fits, of growing into someone freer, lighter, wiser. The process may feel painful, but the result is clarity, freedom, joy. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to outgrow what once felt right. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to leave spaces that no longer honor you. And you are allowed to do it with grace, with love, without guilt. So take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and gently say, I let go now. I no longer cling. I no longer chase. I release with love. I trust the process of life to carry me where I need to go. In that moment, you reclaim your power, not by force, but by faith, not by control, but by surrender. Letting go is not weakness. It is the strength to choose your peace. And your peace is everything. Trusting the process of life is one of the most beautiful and liberating choices you can make. It means loosening your grip on worry, softening your fear of the unknown, and allowing life to unfold in its perfect divine timing. It is the inner knowing that even when things don't make sense, they are still working in your favor. When you trust the process, you are no longer at war with life. You are in harmony with it. There will always be moments when the path feels unclear. You might not know which step to take next. The future might feel hidden behind a curtain of uncertainty. But just because you cannot see the outcome doesn't mean the outcome isn't unfolding. Life does not always give you the answers right away, but it gives you what you need for now, and that is enough. Trust begins when you stop trying to control every detail, when you stop micromanaging your destiny and instead start cooperating with the flow of your life. You begin to trust that there is an intelligence greater than your own guiding you, that everything, the setbacks, the delays, the detours, is a part of the divine design. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is by accident. Everything serves a purpose, even if that purpose is not yet clear. Sometimes things fall apart so better things can come together. A door closes not to punish you, but to redirect you. A relationship ends not because you're unworthy, but because your soul is calling you toward deeper love, the kind that aligns with your growth, your truth, your future. In the moment, it can feel painful, but pain is often a sacred invitation to rise. It breaks down illusion, it strengthens, and once you move through it, you see with new eyes. Trusting the process means being patient with yourself. It means understanding that healing is not linear. Growth does not happen all at once. Sometimes you're moving forward, and sometimes you're learning lessons in stillness. There is no race, no timeline, no need to compare your journey to anyone else's. Where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if you wish you were somewhere else. This chapter matters. It's shaping you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. When you trust the process, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? You begin to find meaning in the midst of the mess. You start to see every situation as a stepping stone, not a stop sign. You realize that delays are not denials, and detours often lead to destinations far more beautiful than the ones you had in mind. There is divine timing at play in your life. You may not always get what you want exactly when you want it, but you will receive what is meant for you at the perfect moment. The universe is not late. Your blessings are not lost. They are being prepared just as you are being prepared to receive them. Until then, your job is to stay open. Stay grounded in faith. Keep your heart soft and your mind clear. Trust that every experience, even the uncomfortable ones, is guiding you somewhere sacred. Let your life unfold with grace. Let yourself evolve without force. Let go of the pressure to have all the answers. You are allowed to not know. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to rest in the in-between spaces and trust that everything is moving, even when it seems still. There is magic in the unseen. There is purpose in the waiting. And when you begin to trust the process of life, you stop reacting from fear. You stop living in survival mode. You start responding with love, with wisdom, with calm. You begin to notice beauty again, the way the sun shines through your window, the kindness in a stranger's smile, the quiet strength inside your own breath. You begin to feel safe, not because everything is perfect, but because you know you are supported, guided, held by something greater. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You don't have to carry the weight of the unknown. You just have to take the next right step. With love, with presence, with trust. The path will reveal itself as you walk it. So today, take a deep breath. Surrender your doubts. Release the tension in your body. Whisper to yourself gently, I trust the process of life. I am safe. I am guided. I am exactly where I need to be. Let that truth wash over you. Let it settle into your heart. Let it be your compass when things feel uncertain. Because the process of life is not random. It is wise. It is kind. And it is leading you exactly where you are meant to go. Live as if it's already done. That is not just a mindset, it is a powerful shift in energy. When you live from the space of knowing that your desires are already yours, you invite the universe to respond in kind. You stop hoping and start embodying. You stop waiting and start becoming. You are no longer chasing what you want, you are aligning with it. When you live as if it's already done, you walk differently, you speak with more confidence, you make decisions from a place of power rather than fear. You don't question whether or not you're worthy of your desires. You know that you are. You know that your dreams chose you for a reason. You carry yourself with certainty, not arrogance, but a quiet trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. This way of living is not about pretending or forcing. It is about tuning into the frequency of what you desire and matching it with your daily actions, your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. If you desire love, begin by becoming love. Speak kindly to yourself. Open your heart. Create a space in your life where love feels welcome. If you desire abundance, embody the energy of abundance. Be generous, be grateful, and trust that there is more than enough. Living as if it's already done also means you stop needing constant external validation. You don't wait for someone else to tell you it's possible. You don't wait for permission. You don't delay your happiness until the goal is achieved. You allow yourself to feel good now. You allow yourself to celebrate now. You become a vibrational match to what you desire by feeling and living as if it's already a part of your reality. This is how manifestation works. Not by wishful thinking, but by intentional becoming. Every day, you choose to live from the version of yourself who already has what you desire. You wake up and ask, how would I think, speak, and act today if I already had what I want? And then you let that answer guide you. You embody the energy of completion, not lack. Fear often whispers, but what if it never happens? Faith responds, but what if it already has? That is the power of inner conviction. That is the shift from doubt to trust. You don't need to know the exact how or when. You simply need to stay connected to the truth that what you seek is also seeking you, and that your job is to remain available to it. Living as if it's already done means you stop reacting to your current circumstances as if they are the final word. You understand that the physical reality is simply the reflection of past thoughts and beliefs. It is not fixed. It is not your destiny. It is a temporary snapshot. So instead of letting your current situation define you, you let your future vision lead you. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about creating a new one. One decision, one thought, one step at a time. You rise above limitations by choosing not to give them your power. You stop feeding the story of lack, of fear, of impossibility. You begin to write a new story. One where you are the creator, not the victim. One where you are guided, not abandoned. One where everything is always working out for you, even if you can't yet see the full picture. Your imagination is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Close your eyes and visualize your desires as if they are already real. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, see the details. Then open your eyes and carry that energy with you throughout your day. Let it influence your posture, your voice, your choices. Let it remind you that you are not waiting, you are becoming. And remember, detachment is key. Living as if it's already done also means releasing the desperation and clinging. You don't chase what you already believe is yours. You don't beg the universe, you thank it. You don't obsess over timing, you trust divine alignment. You plant the seed, you water it with faith, and you allow it to bloom in its own perfect seed. There is no need to force or rush. Your role is not to control every outcome. It is to live with open-hearted expectation, to show up each day as the version of yourself who knows, deep down, that the life you dream of is already written into your soul. And the more you live from that truth, the faster it manifests around you. So breathe deeply, smile softly, walk boldly, and speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. You are not becoming your highest self. You are remembering who you already are. Everything you desire is already done in the unseen. And when you align your energy with that knowing, it begins to show up in the seen. Live as if it's already done. Because in the realm of spirit, it is. You're not chasing your future, you are aligning with it. And the moment you choose to believe it's already yours is the moment it begins to show up all around you. Release resistance with gentleness. Let go of the battle you've been fighting within yourself. You don't have to force healing. You don't have to push for answers. You don't need to strain to move forward. The path becomes clear not through struggle, but through surrender, through softening your heart, loosening your grip, and allowing life to carry you. The resistance is often born from fear, fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of not being enough. We tense up. We try to control outcomes. We brace ourselves for disappointment. But in doing so, we block the very flow that is meant to support and uplift us. The more we resist, the more we stay stuck in the same cycle of doubt, pain. But when you choose to meet your resistance with gentleness, something profound begins to shift. Instead of judging yourself for feeling afraid or uncertain, you hold space for yourself. You say, it's okay to feel this way. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. You don't shame your fear. You comfort it. You don't punish your struggle. You breathe through it. And slowly, your body softens. Your mind quiets. Your heart opens. Releasing resistance does not mean giving up. It means giving in to the natural rhythm of your life. It means recognizing that healing is not about rushing to a finish line. It is about presence, about awareness, about learning to be with yourself in this moment without judgment, without comparison, without pressure to be anything other than what you are right now. So many people try to push their way into transformation, but the truth is real change comes from within, and it begins with acceptance. When you accept yourself exactly where you are, you create the space for miracles to enter. You stop wrestling with your emotions and start listening to them. You stop resisting your past and begin learning from it. You stop fearing the future and begin trusting in your own resilience. Gentleness is powerful. It says, I don't have to rush. I don't have to force. I can be kind to myself and still evolve. Gentleness allows you to rest without guilt, to pause without panic, to feel your feelings fully without needing to fix them right away. When you meet yourself with compassion, the walls begin to come down, and that is where the healing happens. There is no one right way to release resistance. Sometimes it looks like crying without holding back. Sometimes it looks like sitting in silence and letting your breath anchor you. Sometimes it looks like taking a walk, writing in your journal, or simply saying, I surrender. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to let go of the need to control every piece of the puzzle. The universe responds to your energy. When you soften, it meets you with softness. When you trust, it rises to support you. When you stop resisting, you begin to receive clarity, peace, guidance, grace. But it all starts within. It begins with a choice to no longer fight yourself. You've carried enough. You've tried hard enough. You've overthought and overanalyzed and exhausted yourself trying to be perfect or to make everything work. Now it's time to rest in the truth that you don't need to do more, you need to allow more. More peace, more stillness, more self-love, more openness to the flow of life. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not broken because you've struggled. You are simply human, and you are allowed to take a gentler path. One where you honor your timing, your heart, and your energy. One where you don't ignore your inner voice, but invite it in. One where your healing doesn't come from effort, but from alignment. So let yourself exhale. Let yourself release the tension in your shoulders. Let yourself stop trying to force what's not meant for you. Let go of the story that you must always be doing more to be worthy. You are enough as you are, and in this very moment, you are safe to let go. Release resistance with gentleness. Let it be easy. Let it be soft. Let your healing unfold like a flower, not rushed, not pulled apart, but opening naturally in its own perfect season. You don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to push. You simply need to return to yourself with patience, with presence, and with love. And from that space, everything begins to shift. Everything begins to flow. Everything begins to heal. Become a match to what you want. Everything you desire already exists on a specific frequency, and to draw it into your life, you must align yourself with that frequency. This isn't about wishing harder or doing more. It's about becoming more. More of your true self, more grounded in your worth, more aligned with the emotions, beliefs, and energy of the life you're calling in. You don't attract what you want simply because you want it. You attract what you are in harmony with. If you want love, become love. If you want abundance, embody the energy of abundance. If you want peace, cultivate peace within yourself. The universe is not withholding anything from you. It's responding to your vibration. Every thought, every belief, every emotion sends out a signal. And the signal you send out consistently becomes your point of attraction. So ask yourself, what do I want? And who do I need to become to match that desire? This is not about pretending to be someone else. It's about stepping into the most empowered, inspired, and aligned version of yourself. It's about choosing to rise into your potential rather than staying stuck in your past patterns. If you want to attract a fulfilling relationship, don't focus on the absence of love. Instead, focus on becoming a loving, open, and joyful person. Heal the wounds that make you push others away. Release the limiting beliefs that whisper you're not good enough. When you begin to love yourself deeply, you send a clear message to the universe. I am ready to receive love that mirrors this truth. If you desire financial freedom, don't dwell on lack or scarcity. Begin to see yourself as someone who already lives in abundance. Practice gratitude for what you have. Manage your money with respect. Make decisions from a place of confidence, not fear. When you feel rich within, the external world begins to mirror that inner shift. Becoming a match to what you want requires intention. It means being mindful of the stories you tell yourself every day. Are you affirming possibility, or are you feeding doubt? Are you speaking words of faith, or are you constantly complaining? Every word carries energy. Every thought is a creative act. You are shaping your future with the energy you hold in the present. Let go of the idea that your circumstances need to change before you can feel better. The truth is, your energy must change first. You must start living from the vibration of your desires now, not later, not when everything is perfect, now. Because when you shift your internal state, the outer world has no choice but to follow. The process doesn't have to be complicated. Begin by connecting with how it would feel to already have what you want. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Visualize the life you are creating. Let yourself feel the joy, the freedom, the peace. Let those feelings expand within you. Then carry that feeling into your day. Let it influence your choices. Let it guide your actions. Let it become your natural state of being. The key is consistency. Not perfection, but commitment. Keep choosing the thoughts, emotions, and habits that support your vision. When fear arises, and it will, meet it with love. Gently remind yourself, I am becoming the version of me who already lives this life. Every time you make a decision from alignment, you move closer to your desires. Don't let your current reality discourage you. You are not stuck. You are in the process of becoming. The energy you are cultivating today is creating the reality of tomorrow. Trust that. And remember, becoming a match to what you want isn't about chasing or forcing. It's about allowing. It's about clearing what's in the way of resistance. It's about letting go of resistance and anchoring into belief. You are worthy of everything you desire, not because you've earned it, but because you are. You don't have to prove yourself. You simply have to align with the truth that you are already enough. And when you live from that space, life begins to reflect it back to you in beautiful, unexpected ways. So breathe, relax your body, quiet your mind. Ask yourself, what energy am I embodying right now? Is it aligned with the life I want? And if it's not, gently shift. Choose again and again and again, because every moment is a new opportunity to become the version of you who already has it all. You are not waiting for your desires to find you. You are rising into them. You are becoming the match. And that, more than anything, is what changes everything. Gratitude opens every door. It is the invisible force that turns what we have into enough and what we desire into reality. It shifts our energy, raises our vibration, and invites the universe to meet us with grace. When we choose gratitude, not just as a passing thought, but as a way of being, we unlock a life that flows with more ease, more joy, and more abundance. Gratitude is not something you practice only when things go well. In fact, its real power shows up in the moments when things seem uncertain, when life feels heavy, when the path is unclear. Gratitude becomes your anchor. It reminds you that even in the chaos, there is still something to be thankful for. Your breath, your body, the rising sun, a kind word, a lesson in disguise. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it gives you the strength and the perspective to move through them. The universe responds to the energy you give. If you constantly focus on what's missing, you attract more lack. If you dwell in fear, you draw more reasons to be afraid. But when you start counting your blessings, truly noticing them, you begin to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. And that small shift creates a ripple effect. Gratitude expands, it multiplies, it magnetizes. Sometimes we think we need to wait for something big to be grateful, but the truth is, it's the simple things that hold the most power. A warm bed, clean water, laughter, a moment of silence, a loving friend. These are miracles we often overlook, but they are the foundation of a beautiful life. When you start appreciating the little things, the big things begin to show up with less effort. Gratitude softens the heart. It dissolves resentment. It clears the space for forgiveness. It brings you back to the present moment where everything you need already exists. When you are grateful, you stop living in the past or worrying about the future. You root yourself in now, and in doing so, you become more open, more receptive, and more aligned with your highest good. It's easy to think of gratitude as a reaction, something you feel after receiving something good. But the real transformation happens when gratitude becomes proactive, when you begin your day with it, when you speak it into your relationships, when you offer it before the blessing arrives. That's when the magic unfolds. Gratitude then becomes a declaration. I trust that good things are always finding me. I believe that life is working in my favor. No matter what you're going through, there is always something to appreciate. Even your pain can teach you. Even your setbacks can shape you. Gratitude helps you reframe your perspective, so you're no longer a victim of life, but a co-creator with it. You realize that every moment, even the uncomfortable ones, carries wisdom, carries love, carries a seed of something greater. When you express gratitude, you elevate your entire being. Your mind becomes calmer, your heart becomes lighter, your body responds with more vitality. People are drawn to your energy, opportunities open up, life begins to flow because you are no longer resisting what is, you are embracing it, honoring it. And that attitude of appreciation changes everything. Make gratitude your daily practice. Start and end each day by listing what you are thankful for. Speak it out loud, write it down, feel it in your body, let it sink into your cells. Let it become your default response to everything. When you wake up, say thank you. When you eat, say thank you. When you face a challenge, whisper thank you for the growth, for the lesson, for the chance to become stronger. You are never without something to be thankful for. Even your breath is a gift. Even your tears are evidence of a heart that feels deeply. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means finding the gold within the imperfection. It means saying, I choose to see the good, even when things seem uncertain. And the beautiful part is, the more grateful you become, the more life gives you to be grateful for. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open. People show up with kindness. Ideas flow more freely. The burdens you carried begin to lift. This is not magic. This is alignment. Gratitude aligns you with the highest frequency of life, love. And love is what heals, what creates, what transforms. So let gratitude be the language you speak. Let it be the lens you look through. Let it be the way you move through your days. Whether you're soaring or stumbling, give thanks. Whether you're blooming or rebuilding, give thanks. Whether you understand the journey or not, give thanks. Because gratitude is the key. It's the light. It's the door. And when you live in gratitude, everything you've been searching for begins to find its way to you, naturally, gently,